All right. So after my first video that I recorded, which was my Rumble review, I realized that, having this heavier coat on and with this mic isn't really the best combo in the world. So we're going to do this free-handed for this review. So hopefully it sounds a little bit better than, what my first video was with me just like moving my jacket all the time. But my name is Daniel Strong. Welcome back to QuickTime Reactions, and welcome to my review of Shelter, aka another Jason Statham movie where he kicks ass all the time and he looks like an absolute badass. Um, this movie, of course, like I said, stars Jason Statham, but also Bodie Ray or Bowden Ray Brethneck. I hope I had that name correct. Naomi Aki, Daniel Mays, Bill Nighy, as well as a whole host of others. And it tells the story of an ex agent, Michael Mason, who has been off the grid for a lot of years. However, when he comes into company with a young girl, his location has been spotted. So now he has to try and find a way out, not only for him, but also for the girl in tow before they get caught. So, like I said in my intro, this is another one of those Jason Statham movies where he is, a badass and he's going to kick ass all the live long day. And there's not really much else to the movie. Um, Not to say that, other movies like, Beekeeper and Working Man, which I've covered Working Man, go check out that video in the backlogs, but you know, you can pretty much see where the story is going to go. So for me, what I look for in these movies are how good is the action and how good is the relationship between um Jason Statham's character, Michael Mason, and Jesse, who is the girl that he is trying to rescue. And both of those are pretty solid in this movie. The movie's director is Rick Roman Waugh, or Way. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce it. And if that name sounds familiar to you, then you've been watching the channel recently because he was the director for both Greenland movies that came out. Um, so I found it very interesting that he is now going to be directing um, this very action centric. Not to say that the first the Greenland movies aren't action based. They're just more car action based. Now, granted, there is some car stuff in this movie, but this is more hand to hand combat than, you know, chasing things falling from the sky, essentially, which was what happened in the Greenland movies. And here, I think he does a really good job of capturing the action. Granted, it is still a bit quick cut, but it's the type of quick cut that doesn't, make you lose position of, who's where in the, I was going to call it landscape, but in like, where people are directionally. You don't lose your sense of direction with all the fights that happen in this movie, which I do appreciate. And I sincerely don't know how on earth he does it, but Statham never appears out of step in these fights ever. Like he is just going 110% off the chip. It's just he's going absolutely crazy in these fight scenes. I don't I I don't understand him and Keanu Reeves. They're just able to go and do these fight scenes incredibly, and it just boggles my mind. Um, Especially with Michael Mason's fights with what I'm going to call the top agent. His two fights with that agent are really, really good in this movie. Um, excuse me. The relationship that Mason and Jesse have in this movie is really good, and it almost feels like a father daughter type of relationship where it's like, the gruff dad gets to, grow a little bit of an emotional side to him, whereas the daughter gets toughened up a little bit because of the realities of the world. Like that relationship is pretty strong, and really well built throughout the course of the whole movie. And Ward Perry, who was the writer for this movie, I think did a really good job of giving each of them certain character moments and character beats in the story that shows their growth and their progression in that kind of relationship, where to the point where Jesse is basically pleading with Michael Mason to just, come with her. We can start a new life, just us. And when he tells her, no, I can't do that, it is kind of heart wrenching, um, and it is kind of emotional as well. Um, David Buckley, who did the score for this, I really dug the score for this movie. Nice kind of kind of soundscape to like kind of keep an air of tension throughout the entire movie, because the way that they found him was essentially with I think this is the improper term for it, but basically image matching, where they get a picture of his face and they're able to track that location, um, and the way that the music kind of like carries that air of tension throughout the entire runtime of the movie is really, really good. Um, Especially when they enter a club, soundtrack in the club is absolutely awesome. It's really, really good. Um, Overall, man, Shelter is a really fun movie. It is a really, really fun movie. Is it going to earn all sorts of Oscars at next year's Oscars? No. Excuse me. Is it going to get like all sorts of like praise heaped upon it? Maybe. But is it a fun time at the movie theaters? Absolutely. It is 100% a fun time. Fun performances, really good score, really good writing and direction. And yeah, it's just a really, really fun time. Go check this one out in the theater if you can. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for my review on Shelter. What did you guys think of the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, I'm going to head home now and hopefully warm up on the way back home. So be safe out there, stay warm out there, and if you know of any person that is, just sheltered up somewhere, it could be one of two things. One, they're not a people person and they just, want to be alone. Or two, they could be hiding something and they could be a dangerous assassin. So my assumption is if it's either of those two options, just like maybe send a letter. Just send a letter to them, and if they respond, great. If they don't, then you don't press the matter any further. Just leave it alone. And I will catch you guys next time.